You are listening to CMH EPC's Mocktail Hour Podcast. We host a Mocktail Hour once a month where we discuss various topics over cocktails. And for those who don't drink alcohol, mocktails. We are inclusive over here. Sip your favorite cocktail with us or try our featured cocktail as we dialogue. This is an environment to hear new and different perspectives. Everyone's thoughts, feelings, and opinions are valid to them, and in this space, we respect that. I would like to take a moment of appreciation for our guests today who have attended our monthly Mocktail Hour and are now here to share their thoughts and opinions with us. We have a number of topics to discuss. You never know what new perspectives you may hear. So today we have Marla, who is a returning guest. Hi, Marla.
Hi.
Marla is an actress / voice actress from Houston, Texas. Represent the H. Recently released from her contract as one of God's strongest warriors. Marla is now healing and having a good time, and also tapping into her divine femininity. I can't say that word. Femininity.
You sound like
Nemo. Right. No. Anywho. We also have Courtney, my same name friend. Finally got her busy ass to sit still.
Wow.
She is a lover of people, music, and ideas. We also forgot to mention food because you're also a foodie.
Oh, that's the truth.
Yes. Also, shout out to the Leos in the room. It's the first day of Leo season.
Leo season.
We here. Okay, so for our feature, first of all, let me just say before I say anything about the feature cocktail. So it's been busy around here, and I was tempted to have the sidecars be the feature cocktail for this segment, but I'm glad I didn't because y'all not drinking. So I went to a bar that shall not be named, and I was charged $18 for a subpar sidecar. In addition, was charged an automatic 18% gratuity as one person sitting at the bar. So to make things right and to balance out the imbalance, I was going to make my own sidecar because my sidecar is amazing. Anywho's, I didn't get around to getting all the things for it, so here we are. So to balance out the busy, we're going to keep it really easy with some peach mimosas because it's Sunday. So I'm using one of my favorite sparkling wines. It's Martini and Rossi D'Asti. Add some orange juice and some peach schnapps as a topper, and then you have a good old peach mimosa.
Which is delicious.
Thank you. I'm glad you think so. Thank you for that sip on that one. So, anywho's, I feel like I should just open my own bar because apparently if I can go behind the bar and make a drink better than you, why am I paying you for it? And then giving you 18%. Like, what the... Anywho's. So...
We got drinks at the house. That's the new hashtag.
Listen.
Let's make it a trend.
Hashtag drinks at the house.
Drinks at the house.
I'm here for it. Yeah. I'm here for it.
Hashtag sober forever.
Listen. I wish I could say that. I can't say that I would ever be a vegetarian. I can't say that I would ever give up alcohol. Like,
let's not go that far.
Yeah, we're not going that far.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome, guys. Glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
Yay. Okay. Since it is a Sunday, what is a good Sunday fun day for you?
Sundays are for sleeping.
I agree.
I feel like just waking up slowly, staying in bed, and staying in bed is the best Sunday because I've been through life where it's like we wake up and go to church on Sundays. Everybody's still half asleep. And then it's just a whole exhausting day. Or you get up in the middle of the day, go to brunch, get wasted, and then all of a sudden it's midnight and you have to go to work on Monday. So you know what? I just want to chill on Sunday.
So was your church Sunday, was it like church and then break for lunch, then come back for the evening service?
Yeah.
That was my Sunday too, growing up. Yeah, it's a lot of time.
See,
church
when you
house.
grow up Catholic, you don't have to deal with that. It's 1 hour service, get your little up downs in there, stand up, sit down, get your word and go on home. So
that sounds amazing. I feel like I remember the day when we stopped going to church and it was amazing. I had to sleep in. I was like, what is this?
Yes.
This is blasphemy? I don't know.
Yeah, people ask me like what church I attend now, like the older people. I'm just like the Church of the Sacred Couch. I'm not even going to play with these people no more. I'm not going to pretend like I'm going to church. Not going to pretend like I plan to go. I am staying in bed and sleeping on Sundays because we supposed to rest anyways.
It is the Sabbath. You're supposed to be resting.
Exactly.
You're exactly right.
I'm right.
A good Sunday, I feel like a good Sunday fun day, like you said, is a good day of rest, but that doesn't usually happen for me. So my days of rest usually like fall during the week, and I would do this, like, I will literally be in bed all day, which is amazing. But a good Sunday fun day for me is getting tipsy by 2, hearing my favorite DJs, a little bit of dancing, a little bit of karaoke, and then home by 11. Like, that's a good Sunday fun day for me.
That is a beautiful life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I find myself resting on Saturday. Saturday's either resting or cleaning. If cleaning doesn't happen on Saturday, then that is Sunday fun day. It is cleaning, cookout. Got a little barbecue pit in the back now, so that's good. And if time permits, a nice bike ride.
Do you play the obligatory R&B songs when you clean up?
And so it depends on what obligatory is. Like now, it's kind of 90s, but it used to be heavy on the 70s and 80s and the R&B. Like you gotta have a little Sanctified, Come In by Marvin Gaye, and there's just some things that you have to listen to.
Yeah,
you know,
when you're cleaning.
Yeah,
absolutely,
for sure. But like 90s R&B is lost because like R&B, I don't really feel like it truly exists today. So
no, it doesn't.
Yeah,
that's genre. Yeah, no.
Or like neo soul. Does anybody know what that is? Okay,
I went to go hear some on Friday evening, and that was amazing. And I was like, sir, and I was like, can you play John B? And he played John B, and I was like, yeah,
John B. I heard Erica's concert was really good too. I heard it was like
Badu. Okay, is that neo soul?
I think she was in that category.
I would have classified her there. Yeah,
she was in there.
Her, Jill Scott, Sunshine Anderson. Yeah.
Okay, I don't have my neo soul and R&B together. I was not allowed to listen to that music growing up, so it just was not a part of my life. And then I didn't understand love and relationships until recently. So I'm like, these people sound crazy. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't want to listen to this.
So do you find yourself like going back to listen to old songs, like just curious of what those things
it makes
were?
me feel weird. It makes me feel like my blood is racing. Not weird, but like, what is this? Where is a person that I can hump to this? Like I need another individual to experience this with me.
So when you hear these things, do you feel like it resonates with your spirit, and it was one of these things that like was out there and you just never like knew it was out there, and then you heard it and you was like, oh, I feel understood or seen or felt?
I feel like I developed as a person and understood now what they're talking about and how that feels and why it's important. Like it never felt like something that needed to be a part of my life. It felt like something that love and sex and relationships, that it was unnecessary. So this music did not resonate with me. Like I was more heavy metal, screaming, very angry. So the screams are very soothing for me. But now like the flow of the melody and the beats and just the love and all the feelings, even if it's heartache, I understand it now. So it resonates more within me.
I get that. I will say, like, on my journey of finding my people here in Houston, happened when I was like early 20s. So like my process of like going from like relaxed hair to natural hair, and then like going to these events and like exploring Third Ward and like being around people who look like me and just like feeling like, oh my God, like these people look, because you know where I grew up there weren't very many of us. So yeah, so that's why I say like when you hear things, it's like part of like our culture. And then, especially as an adult, you're like, oh my gosh, like, where has this been all my life, you know?
But I think it's dope, though. I think that's cool to have diverse perspective. Like, I've never listened to heavy metal or anything like that. And I think it's cool when you have people within the Black community that have had experience or even just like different things. But, yeah, there's just something special about our music. But I think it goes back to just our heritage in general and why music is so connected. When you think about like just straight up like the drums in Africa, I had the privilege of talking to some peeps that are over in Emea, and they were so expressive about like how music is truly connected spiritually, like in our roots there. And they were much more eloquent in explaining it than I would be because I'm not an expert. But it just makes sense though, right? So that's how music connects to us, and then why it always like you can always connect people through music.
They say it's the universal language, right?
I would agree.
Music, yeah. I mean, because I'm definitely that person. Like, I listen to all of it. And then, like, especially hosting karaoke, like, I hear songs I never heard before, and they become fast favorites of mine.
I mean, so before I let go, like, you know that one, right? Because there's a few that, like, we have to...
We might have to go
listen to it. Yeah, that is a dancing one. That's correct.
Yeah, whenever everybody... Like, it's like the
this is impressive.
Party.
This song makes everyone get up and do something. This is amazing. And they all do the same thing at the same time. That's crazy.
And when did you learn that dance? I don't know. It just happened.
All of a sudden, I just fell in line,
just
and
knew
like
it.
my body started moving the way it should move.
Yeah, I think it's definitely, it was a brain chemistry thing as well, because I didn't understand why it was not resonating with a lot of black music, and especially R&B. It's done in a major key, like major and minor keys, but had more of a dark spirit, so I like things that are in minor key. A lot of violins, a lot of just very haunting melody whisper music, and that's actually coming up more now in black music, and I'm seeing that in our artists. So it wasn't, I went out and got a Fabulous, or I don't know if it was a Chingy album or a Fabulous album, and just forced myself to listen to
Lord
it.
of mercy.
That's probably my first mistake, and it just was not.
Chingy mistake. I don't know. he had a couple
It wasn't
hits.
working for me, so I just decided maybe I just don't like black music. But it wasn't necessarily that. It's just, even now, I do a lot of cinematic score and a lot of orchestral things, and that was just the music that I liked. So it had nothing to do with, I don't like black music, but growing up, everything seems bigger than what it is, and I was just like, I'm just not black enough. But no, it's just what my brain likes to hear.
Right. And then you become an adult and you're like, I am who I am, and I love who I am.
Yeah.
Boom. Speaking of, though, next time you come to karaoke, I want to hear what my songs know. Like, you had that song on repeat for, like, I feel like a whole year. And you're, like, every time Marla got out of her car, light them up, light them. What?
I listened to that song for, I think, 3 years, actually. I actually listened to it yesterday. I listened to it at least once a week, but...
What song is this?
Fall Out Boy, My Songs
okay.
Know What You Did in the Dark.
Okay.
She does it so brilliantly, flawlessly. One of my favorite songs.
Make sure you let me know if you're going to karaoke.
I will. It happens so late at night.
No, for real. Like, girl, bedtime is at... I will not disclose my bedtime on here.
Bedtime is at what?
6.
6 is crazy.
How old are
but
we?
it said 9:45.
All right, Grandma.
That I need to be in the bed. I got to get up.
That 30 plus life, boy, I tell you. this is where we at now, guys.
The embarrassing thing is when somebody sees your phone, hey, bedtime reminder.
The fact that you have a
Like,
reminder
it's 8
for
o'clock.
that.
Right.
Yeah, you have to. A good sleep schedule is not something that people have. So
Yeah.
it's something
Accurate.
that I try to make a priority, like to get 6 to 7 hours of sleep.
Okay, I'm here for it. And do you feel rested?
I do.
Nice. I'm here for that too. I hate feeling tired. It's like the worst feeling ever. Do you actively strive to grow and change, or is growth sparked by an event in your life? I actively try because I'm here about for growth and all the things. So I welcome change and uncomfortableness. Is that a word? I don't know. So yeah.
Yeah, I think there's seasons of that. I think internally, I always want to do better. I always, I'm striving to learn something new, but sometimes you just get comfortable, and that's life. Like, life happens, you get into your normalcies, and I love when growth, for me, is comes from some sort of inspiration. Like, you see someone doing something, or you discover something new, and it sparks the curiosity. Like, you know what, I could probably do better in some areas. So let's continue to do that. Yeah.
I want to say most of my growth has been sparked from something that has happened, because it has typically been something unwanted, or I felt like I did not want to do, but whatever I need to do is calling for me to grow, so I don't have a choice. It's like either grow or die. Basically, like the whole not drinking is like I had to, and that was me growing because it was so horrible. I was like, I'm going to die if I keep doing this. But lately it's been, I want to grow on my own, but typically it is something that happens, even if it's just a conversation between me and somebody, and I'm realizing I'm judging this person, like, oh, why am I judging them? Do I still have some deficiencies in my grace and compassion? Like, can I get a little better with that? So I want to say most of my growth is sparked from something that happens.
And the growth that I've seen in you has been amazing.
Thank you.
By the way, super proud of you. What will you tell your younger self about friendships?
It's going to be more responsible for every question. I'm going to have some sort of
I will say, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. and extend the energy that you receive. That's for me.
I'm going to say, tell little Marla she doesn't have to hold on so tight to the friendships. It's like if they are horrible and messed up, we don't have to sit in this until it gets better. We don't have to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. You know, go through periods of years where we don't speak and then come back together. Just, you know, let it go. And whatever happens, happens. But don't extend so much energy and effort into having people out of season back in season.
Oh, say that.
Part.
Come on.
That part.
Come on. Say
it's
that.
It's the seasons for me.
Right.
Like, I don't know. I was always a kid that, I don't know, I guess we can just do younger self. But when I think about, you said, you know, younger self, I went to like, okay, as a child, how did I choose friends? And I always had like a discernment. Like I always, and I still feel like I have it today. Like you just kind of know the vibe check. Like you know who you could be cool with. You know what that'll look like. But it's the seasons though. Like it would be, look at the season of a friendship, understand that they change, they shift. It's not going to always look the same. You're not going to always be the same person. You're going to grow, they're going to grow, and like understand what that looks like. And just because a friendship looks different today than if you are lucky enough to have friends in your life for 10 or 15 years, like it should not look the same as it did day one. It just shouldn't, you know.
Exactly.
And have boundaries in your friendships, people. Just figure it out early. Have some boundaries. Yeah.
No, agreed. Because like I definitely find that in my friendships, especially my adult ones, it's like we are definitely not the same people we were when we first met. So it makes sense. Everybody grows, and you accept people for who they are and love them for who they are, as long as they're not horrible human beings.
Yeah.
You know,
you need to answer, what about your friends? Yeah. Like, you know, on the edit, make sure you put that in there.
You would come through with the music. I am not disappointed in that. Come through, okay? All right, bake. What are we baking?
Cookies. I hope we're baking chocolate chip cookies. Bruh.
Oh my goodness. Okay, back to dating after heartbreak. I don't know who's experienced heartbreak. I don't think I've ever experienced like heartbreak before, but
Heartbreak Anniversary. That's the next song for that one.
You know what? You're gonna give me the song list
Yeah,
for sure.
I am. You have to take time for yourself, like, and be honest with yourself. Stop trying to jump back into the situation. Like, just take a beat and figure out who you are. Because I think, especially if it's a heartbreak, like something may have happened. And from my experience, I found that it was me losing myself in a relationship, me conforming and trying to be something that I'm not, trying to force a fix, trying to make some stuff happen, make shit work that wasn't like, that puzzle piece don't fit right there. And that's okay. And so I feel like after that, you have to give yourself a moment to heal from whatever the situation was. You got to figure out who you are again. Yeah, those aren't fun.
Yeah.
That's not fun at all.
No, they're not fun. I would say definitely don't go too fast, because there are times whenever it feels like I've healed from this heartbreak, I'm good, and you are not good, because it shows up in the next person that you try to date somewhere in there. And if you heartbroken and you know you heartbroken, leave these people alone. Leave people alone. Don't come in here talking. I guess it's their decision to accept you or not, but don't come in here and knowing you're heartbroken trying to date somebody else, because why?
So would you prefer somebody say, you know, look, I just got out of something, and I'm not, like, would you rather be forward with that and then let them decide if they want to interact with you or not?
Honestly,
or you just saying don't go out in these streets? Y'all stay your asses at home.
Stay at home. Because what'll happen is, and I've been through it, like I've put heartbreak on top of heartbreak on top of heartbreak, and it got so bad to the point to where I wasn't even sure who exactly I was heartbroken over anymore. It was just a mixture of so many things and so many feelings, and I don't know who they're directed to. I don't know what to heal. I don't know what's going on with me, and I'm just out here breaking other people's hearts because I don't have my stuff together. So for me, I need time and space, and I want to be able to walk into the next situation with no hurt from the last. Like if I think of something from my last relationship that still hurts me, I still got some healing to do. And I want to get that figured out, because I want to be able to bring 100% after bringing 50, 25, 10 to
I'm just
some
here.
relationships, I would bring 100. I mean, of course, I want to say 95% because the rest is for me, but I don't want to bring somebody else into a new relationship, just even out of respect, because I'm older now and it's just not
30
that serious.
plus. I mean, but there's also that learning phase. Like, you have to take a beat and be like, okay, what did I learn from this relationship? What are things that I want? What are things that I don't want anymore? What is something I'm going to stand for? What's something I'm not going to deal with? Like, you got to figure that out too. So it's also, it's like that healing process, but also like, okay, I need to identify what I want next and really be able to understand that, because otherwise it's a vicious cycle. You start dating the same person in a different form. You got to watch it.
Yep, and then you get on. You end up on Facebook saying everybody's a narcissist when you're the problem.
Common denominator.
All signs are pointing to you.
I mean, but also, so that comes with like being self-aware for sure. But like also, like what if people are just like trying to like self-soothe by not dealing with their problems and just like, you know, going into other situations. But also you have people who are like, I'm just here to fuck. Like, it is what it is. And if that's where you are and the person that you tell that to is like, okay, cool, that's what you're doing. That is what you're doing. So, yeah.
But you have to be willing to be that honest and vulnerable, because some people are not.
Accurate.
Some people are like, oh no, I'm just moving on and this is going to be it. And then the situation is supposed to be just platonic and we're just here to have sex. But
then feelings get involved.
man, now all of a sudden we dating. How did
I'm
I
in
end up
another
here?
relationship.
You got to be honest with people.
I used to do that, but now I'm like, no, because I'm dead ass gonna snatch somebody's soul. Like, I'm gonna take your heart and soul and everything. I sound real crazy right now. I'm gonna take everything inside of you, and I want to do that with somebody like I'm building something with. So, like, I've had opportunities to just do platonic fuck, but I'm like, no, because I'm on my own healing journey, and I'm learning about how you manifest stuff through orgasm, and we're going to manifest things together through orgasm. And I want to bring these special talents and gifts that I've learned to somebody that I'm building with.
Talents and gifts.
Come on.
Not with somebody I'm just casually. No, you don't get that part of me. No.
Learn something. Let me show you.
So congratulations to everybody who met me before 2015.
Boom. There we go. How many dating app profiles do you have, or had you had at one time?
I've only had 2, and they were both terrible. So I don't know that. Yeah,
I'm gonna say 2. And then I deleted one, then got another one, but then the same people were on that one, so I got rid of that one.
Same people
it's
are
terrible.
everywhere.
Everybody on there just wants to
people.
have sex. That's it.
Listen.
There's no.
A new app comes out, everybody goes to that app. I'm like, wait, but you were just over on this app, and now you're over here. It's weird.
I think the ones that you pay for. I have never paid for a dating app, but I hear that those are better. But
It's
I don't know.
still a mess.
I only know a few, like a handful of, like 2 couples that have met like through these dating apps
That they pay for. So it's the trash humans that you see on the free version.
Basically.
And then the algorithm was like, if you paid for it, we're
And they're
going
not
to
even
send you over
single
here.
sometimes. Like, they're on these dating apps and they're like married.
Accurate.
Doing
Yeah,
way
I've
too
definitely
much.
seen some of my married friends on these apps.
You ought to hit them up. Now, what are you doing here?
Like, aren't there clubs out there for that though? Like, why are you on these dating apps out here in the
yeah,
general
we're
public?
supposed to be outside a pineapple or something at the clubs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know that may not
Pineapples
be
and
true.
flamingos I've been hearing a lot about these days, and I'm like, why? Why are we talking about pineapples and flamingos? Like, this is so weird. What is your favorite love song? Think about it. I feel like a love song, for me, it would be like anything Maxwell. Because I feel like his lyrics speak to me, but also his voice, like the sound of his voice speaks to me. It's just Maxwell.
That is too difficult of a question for me to answer.
I should have pre-planned.
You
for
have
that.
Yeah, what?
you have more than one?
Of course.
Well, what's the first one that comes to mind?
I don't know. That's so many. Like,
There are so
it depends
many.
on what type of love we talking about. We talking about making love. We just talking about like let's stay together type love. You know, just.
Right.
I mean, you going real deep because the question didn't ask that. But I hear you. I hear you. You're like, it depends on what it applies to.
Listen.
I get that.
Say, I can answer for my past self. Young Jock, beat it up.
All right, I'm done.
It's like, this is romantic.
You are comedy.
I'm so serious. I've had many of great nights. Like, let me
Young
be in
Jock.
charge of the music. Like, why is this song on repeat?
To Young Jock. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. Like, I know y'all don't talk about what's his name no more, Jussie Smollett, but he had this great song on Empire called "Loving You Is Easy." It's a
Wait,
great
he's
song.
an artist? I thought he was an actor.
He can actually sing.
Yeah,
He's got a little like lamb voice though. It's always vibrating,
Is
but
he a lamb voice?
yeah, I think he sounds like a lamb. Like that's exactly how Jussie Smollett sounds. But it's a great song. "Loving You Is Easy." I don't know who wrote it, but it's a cool little song.
I was like, what does a lamb sound like?
Yeah,
I don't even know. The lamb voice.
it's like when they hold their note, like their voice is kind of shaky, like a lamb when they cry out.
Well, that was not a good representation.
Oh my goodness.
Just a lot of vibrato.
I didn't know he was an artist. I don't keep up. And apparently there's some other girl that they're comparing him to, or comparing
goodness gracious.
her to him because something happened. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
I just keep seeing it on social media. I'm like, who is this person's name and her face and what happened?
Oh, the girl who
Insane.
watched Taken and you talking about her?
I guess.
Baby on the freeway, yes.
Like,
Wait, what? Baby on the freeway?
Yeah, she saw a kid on the freeway and then was
do you know the
kidnapped.
story? Because I don't know the story.
Barely. I didn't pay
I'm
that
thinking
much
about somebody
attention
different then.
to it.
I didn't either.
Anywho's, the internet was like the Smollett guy and then her, and it was like
I think
versus, and I'm like,
because
what the
I think
hell
she
happened?
staged, like she went away for 3 days,
Yeah,
and they thought that
kidnapped
she was
herself.
kidnapped. Like she
Yeah.
kidnapped herself. But I don't know if I don't know the details of the story, but I think that's the premise
From
of it.
what I understand, she made up a story about seeing a kid on the highway and was on the phone with 911 and then disappeared and wasn't heard of after that, and everybody thought she was missing. But the thing was, I feel like people put more energy into it than she really
100%.
did, and I don't think she thought it was going to be as big as it was. Like, there were celebrities sharing the post looking for her, like Amy Schumer shared it.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, it got so far, and then it just turned into a joke, like everything always does. But I feel like people were kind of fake concerned to begin with.
It's the power of social media is
fake
so
prayers,
interesting.
now
It's
fake
crazy.
outrage. It's like just
Yeah.
another media spectacle.
100%, and way too much energy putting on things that are distractors.
Right. Versus things you
Jordan
should be
Peele was
focusing
saying,
on.
nope.
We should unplug from the Matrix.
Yeah. Well,
Just saying.
just to divert really quick.
People are too scared to though. Like,
I
oh, I'm
feel
gonna
like-
miss out on something.
Yeah, and it only lasts for like 5 seconds, and then we move on to the next thing. But I think people kind of missed that with that Jordan Peele movie, Nope, that it was, the more you pay attention to something, the bigger it's going to get. It's a spectacle. And it's like,
That
if
was
you
a good
don't pay
movie.
attention to it, it's going to go away, but people can't stop looking at it. So I think people didn't really get, a lot of people didn't get that that's what that movie was talking about.
Yeah, Nope was wild. And I think it was different than any of his other movies. It wasn't as in your face of a message. You had to really pay attention to it and watch it
Wait,
twice.
is Nope the one with the Kiki?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Kiki Palmer.
Okay, because I watched it
We
and I
love
was
her.
like, I was so confused. I was like, there's a deeper meaning, but I don't get it. I did
Oh, for
not
sure.
get
Take
it.
one. I was like, what
At
the
all.
fuck did I just watch?
So
Like, that was
confused.
my exact response when
confused.
it went off.
So confused. Well, now I know. However many years later. I didn't get the point of that. I want to thank you guys for giving your time today and for sharing your thoughts and opinions on the various topics we've discussed. To our listeners, grow your community and take a moment to like, subscribe, and or follow our guests on their respective platforms if they choose to tell you who they are, because they might not want you following them. So if you want, if you want to tell the people how to follow you or find you, you can let them know.
I don't think I've said anything today that would have people call the people on me. So
Meanwhile,
I'm Marla Joy, and that's Marla Joy with an I, so it's MarlaJoi on Instagram.
Just the gram.
Just the yes. So
you should have a Threads.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I do have a Threads.
Is
I
it?
forget-
Threads? Do you?
Oh
do you-
no, I actually don't have a Threads. I have a Spill.
Oh,
What
I
is
heard about
that?
Spill. Well, Spill was supposed to be like Black Twitter, but
I'm
it's
barely
not
on there. Yeah,
It's not Black
It's
Twitter.
just a little kind of
the
all
owner,
over
the
the
owner
place.
came out. Was like, oh no, it's not Black Twitter. This is inclusive.
Is the owner black?
I don't think so. Oh, he might be.
He is,
I think he is.
Yeah.
Why can't we have black? Okay, and sorry. But the fact that we're still calling it Black Twitter means it's not Black Twitter. Spill. Whatever that is. Never heard of it until today.
We're about to go down a wormhole now.
I'm like, I'm just on the Instagrams and not even on Facebook, but I have one, but I'm not on it. But that's it. That's all I have the capacity for.
Oh, it's my turn.
If you wanna, you don't have to though.
I mean,
just be like, hey,
if y'all want to be bored, you can follow me on on Instagram. Welcome to the cool, just like that.
if you know how to spell, then you should be able to find her.
Yeah. Welcome to the cool.
And we would like to see you in person at our next Cocktail Mocktail Hour. If you want details, go to www.cmhepc.com/register to save your seat. And we hope to see you there.